Hi, and welcome to the episode 20 of the Guy Who Sews podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to show you not one, but two completed quilt tops, progress updates on my current works in progress, plus lots more. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I am so excited to get to episode 20. It's been a fun ride, and I'm so glad to have each and every one of you here with me today. So let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. So works in progress. This week at work was very busy. I ended up working a bit on Sunday and all through the week and a little bit on Saturday as well. So I did not get quite as much time for sewing, and I was mentally drained at the end of the day. So a couple of the objects that were on last week's works in progress have actually been turned into completed projects, which is awesome. But as for the other ones, the t-shirt quilt is still pending, but I am hoping to get that updated and recorded hopefully this week or next, as I believe my workload is going to reduce slightly in the next week or so. And then the solar flare quilt again has not been touched, unfortunately. I just did not have the brain power to do it. So that is the update for the works in progress. Again, not a whole lot to report, but hopefully next week we'll be able to show you a lot more progress on both of those projects. I have decided to get a couple more things done, hopefully in the near future, now that some of the other quilt tops are completed. The first one is Clue 3 of the Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts, because they have shipped out Clue 4, so I don't want to fall too far behind on that. So hopefully we'll see some progress on that in the next week or so, because it only takes like me about an hour to do. And then the other project has been one that's been on my list for quite some time. I'm going to call it the Scrappy Diamond, and it's a series of small squares and also a bunch of 2.5-inch squares. When I made these project bags back in the day for my wife and everybody else, I ended up having to cut out 2.5-inch squares to make the bottom of the bags, and so I have a huge big ton bag of them all, and I found a pattern that I really like, and I didn't get enough time to do it this week, but next week I'm going to show you the progress on that one as well. So that is my goals, not necessarily my goals for the week, but that's kind of what I want to do for this week. So come back next week and we'll show you more progress on that. So now let's move on to my week in review. If you're new, this is something I do every week. It's just kind of behind the scenes. You get to see me sew a little bit, just see what I get up to during the week. So please enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the week in review video. If you are enjoying the video so far, I would love it if you give the video a thumbs up. It definitely helps me out and helps YouTube know that you're enjoying it and will help us grow our little community. And if you want to share with your friends that don't know about the channel, that'll be awesome too. So now let's move on to our completed projects. As I said in the introduction, I have two projects that I'm excited to share that I'm actually done with them. The first one, for those of you who've been following me for a while, is the dinosaur quilt, and a lot of you know the story behind it already, but for those of you who don't, it is for a camp up in Ohio called Snuggled in Hopes. It's a camp for disabled children, and so forth that may not necessarily get a chance to go to summer camp, and they need approximately 600 quilts per year. So when I heard about this opportunity, I thought, this is definitely something I can do. I actually had recently purchased a lot of the dinosaur fabrics, not knowing what to do with it, so I'm so excited that this will actually get to go up there for a young boy to enjoy. And the only thing I need to do now is quilt it, bind it, and I'm also going to make a pillowcase to match it to go with it. So stay tuned and I'll show you the pillowcase when that is done. And then the second quilt that is completed is what we called the So Simple. That's what the pattern called. Again, I didn't like the name. I asked for suggestions and you guys gave me some good ones. But since I got the quilt done so quickly, I'm just going to stick with So Simple because it was pretty much so simple. So here it is. And I'm putting a photo up here so that way you can see it. So let me know what you think of both quilts. I'm very excited to see them both done and, help get towards my goal of 10 for the year. I would like to wish all the mothers today a happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys are having a great day with your family and loved ones. And definitely let us know what you got up to today. If you spent time with your family, or what you did for Mother's Day for yourself, or for your own mother or auntie. So now time for news and announcements. First one is my friend Stephanie from Stephanie Stitches has started a similar podcast to what I do each week, and I think you guys would love it if you haven't already seen it. She did her first podcast on Monday. I believe it's called Ufos, so definitely go and check that out, because if you enjoy my podcast, I'm sure you'll definitely like hers as well. And secondly, I've mentioned her channel once before on the channel, my friend Donna Struntz. She has started a YouTube channel for quilting in the last couple of months, and she is doing a very exciting series. She's doing lives on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, interviewing different channel creators. And she did a really great interview with Stephanie Stitches last week, and next week she's going to do an interview with Yvette Renee, and she has interviews lined up, I believe, now through July, August, I believe it is. So definitely check out her channel, because I think you get to learn a lot about the different content creators here through her channel. So a few weeks ago I mentioned that I'm participating in a block swap with Quilts on Tour, and that I had received one block from my friend Paige in North Carolina, and then this week my second block arrived from my friend, I'm terrible with names and I apologize already, Dawn, who sent me this wonderful block. And I think this is great. To me, it looks like the tulip's just getting ready to open up. And so that's it. And then there'll be about, what is it, 9 or 10 more coming over the next couple of weeks. So I'll be excited as they come in. I'll definitely show you guys. And I'm going to turn these into a nice quilt once everything arrives. Let's talk about the goals I set myself last week. Last week I set myself 2 goals. First one was to get some progress done on the solar flare quilt, which unfortunately didn't happen. And then the second one was to make some progress on the So Simple quilt. And that one, well, as you saw earlier, not only did I start it, I actually completed the quilt top. So, I knocked that one out of the park and well into the river. So, 1 out of 2 isn't bad, especially when I went from 0 to hero. So I'm considering that a win for this week. This week's goals, I'm going to set the bar just a little bit higher. First of all, I want to get some work done on the Scrappy Diamonds quilt that I talked about with all my wonderful 2.5-inch squares. I want to actually finally get some work done on this t-shirt quilt. My friend Beth is doing a t-shirt quilt, and she's racing away with hers, and she's making me feel, kind of like a slacker. I'm also wanted to get a little bit of work done on the solar flare quilt if time and brain power allows me, and then also get clues 3 done of the puzzle mystery quilt. So yeah, big goals. Will I hit them all? Probably not, but let's shoot for the stars and see what happens. I always love hearing from you guys, so definitely leave me a comment or send me an email, or join the conversations on Discord that we have. It's a great little group. Otherwise, just enjoy your sewing this week. I hope you get some time behind the sewing machine, the cutting table, and so forth. And we'll see you all for the next video. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.